Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another movie review. And this time, I've read back another movie review of a film that a film I actually enjoyed this year. So far, there's been a couple of ones I did not like. Well, but this year there's been quite a few ones I actually been liking so far this year. I mean, I liked The Beekeeper. I liked Lisa Frankenstein. And so another film that I actually liked this year, and I was kind of looking forward to watching this it's a Netflix movie. It's a Netflix movie too, but it stars Adam Sandler, and it's a film called Spaceman. So it's a sci-fi drama, and it stars Adam Sandler. And first of all, which I gotta say right now, I think Adam Sandler in this film, Spaceman, Adam Sandler did a really good job. And because I like seeing him do more dramatic roles. He's done. Like I said before, Uncut Gems. I think he gave his best performance he's done in God knows how long and how many years. Because he's done stuff like that before, like with Punch Drunk Love or Reign Over Me. But when Uncut Gems came out, I really enjoyed it. I think he was robbed of an Oscar nomination for Best Actor because I think he did an outstanding job. It was easily his most dramatic role he's done. He knocked it out of the park with that movie. And when I saw but then after that he do more crappy more crappy comedies like Hubie Halloween, right? And a couple of others. I'm like, okay, back to doing more shit comedies now. But then in this film, when this trailer came out called Spaceman, and I saw the trailer for it, Adam Sandler in another dramatic role. I liked the trailer, so I was looking forward to it. So and I saw it, on Netflix, and I enjoyed it. Once again, Adam Sandler. I wish he can do more roles like these. Instead of take a break from doing these shitty comedy films, which I'm tired of seeing. Do more roles like these, please, because he was awesome in Uncut Gems, and this he did a really good job, showing more of emotion. Just showing how a guy who's been isolated for 6 months and is all alone in the spaceship, the space station, right? Just showing how it is in his mental state of mind, and just more emotions from Adam Sandler. He did a really good job, and I wish he could do more roles like these. With Uncut Gems in this film, yes, I would like to see more dramatic roles like these from Adam Sandler. So that's the biggest plus of this movie. But when the film came out, the reception it got was, with Uncut Gems, he got a lot of praise for. This film, this one didn't get the praise that I didn't think it would. It has a 50% Rotten Tomatoes and it has a 5.7 IMDb. I would disagree with that. I'd give it a much more higher ratings. But at least they did. For the film itself, they gave Adam Sandler's performance a pass. Okay, that's good because he did a really good job. They praised his performance, but not the film itself. I don't know why. Yes, Adam Sandler is the selling part of the movie. Yes, but I don't know what's wrong with the story. What's worth, and I don't know what's so good about the I don't see why they say what's so good about the story. I think the story is pretty good. I don't think it deserves a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, let alone a 5.7 IMDb. That's much lower. Some of certain comedy movies that gets higher ratings than this. I disagree with that. But anyway, and it is a big budget movie. I think it cost about $40 million. So the budget is on the screen. And so in this story is, Adam Sandler plays, although his the nationality they give him, he's like from the Czech Republic. I don't see Adam Sandler doing like. Well, he doesn't do like an accent though. He's just talking basically as normal, you know. I'm like, I mean, you could just have him just play as an American astronaut. I mean, I think it was called a Czech from the Czech Republic, or how I call it, a Czechie, or sorry, I'm not saying no, okay, I'm just saying. I think it's better you just could have him play an American astronaut. I mean, he wasn't talking with he wasn't talking like he had a thick accent though. I'm like, oh well. But he plays, he plays the character named Jacob. He's been up there for 6 months, studying like these. This mission was really like his mission is supposed to be like studying like these certain type of particles. You know, it's like beyond the planet of Jupiter. But he's been up there for 6 months, and you can see in the look of Adam Sandler, he gives, you know. Really good performance. It shows how this guy's been isolated for 6 months, you know, in his mental state of mind, on the verge of, you know, like, sort of like kind of like losing it, you know. Adam Sandler pulled that off really well, and so then he's missing his wife, who when he left when he left at the time, that she was pregnant, right? Who left at the time, and. Which, by the way, that's with a wife. I think it was kind of like a dick move. I mean, he tells Mission Control that she wants to leave him. And which Mission Control doesn't do that. They don't give him that message. Which I'm like, yeah, because given it in his state of mind, it'd probably make it even worse. But I'm like that's kind of a dick move, you know, because you know, you tell your husband that you're leaving him, let alone knowing that he could be, you know, he might be doing too good in a state of mind, being isolated all alone, you know. I'm like, could just wait till he gets back though. I'm like, you just do that when he's up there, you know. I'm like, that's kind of a dick move. And then his wife was played by Carey Mulligan, which she's been in quite a couple of stuff, and the voice of Mission Control is Isabella Rossellini, which I think I've seen her in a couple of stuff from the past, like including films like Blue Velvet. I'm like, I haven't seen her in quite some time, you know. Yeah, Isabella Rossellini. Yeah, I've seen her in quite a stuff, like, what was it? Yeah, in films, though, like in Blue Velvet. So she's a voice of Mission Control. And like I said, just and how the way the production design, the spaceship looks, I think it's like the settings of the how the inside of the ship looks nice. And I got one thing to say also, the music by Max Richter, or Richter, but I think there's a T in it, so it's called Richter. Yeah, Max Richter, who did the music for this film. I think he did a really good job with the score. He did the same score for another kind of space drama film called Ad Astra, which starred Brad Pitt, Tommy Lee Jones. And that's another thing. What about this film? It's a slow burn movie, so it's gonna probably take a while. You know, it takes quite a bit of while for it to get where it needs to go, basically from point A to point B. You know, per se. So a lot of people probably find this film pretty boring, which I didn't think was boring to me, but because it's a slow burn film, you know, time to establish what our character is and what's happening with the situation. So I understand that point though, but I mean, hell, 2001: A Space Odyssey from back in the day. I enjoy that film. That's a sci-fi film that's a slow burn movie, right? Or hell, even Ad Astra. If you want to make comparisons, I'm like, that's also a slow burn movie. That's why some people think those films are boring. First of all, 2001: A Space Odyssey is a classic, by the number one, well directed by Stanley Kubrick. But it takes the time to slowly build with the characters, and let alone with the villain, especially of the HAL 9000. So I can get why this film could think that this film was boring, though. But I never thought this film was boring in my mind. But the music, though, I was saying, getting back to the music, though, did a really good job. He did the same for Ad Astra, and he did the same thing for this movie. Which both scores are really good in both those movies, especially this one. So just making sure, because there's certain parts in the movie where the music comes in and it's really well done. Because now, one day, Adam Sandler he sees this giant spider creature, which talks to him, telepathically, and the effects of the spider, which, consider the fact I don't like spiders at all. I really hate spiders. I said before in the past, though. But hey, this is coming from the guy who loves Arachnophobia with Jeff Daniels and John Goodman, and I enjoy Eight-Legged Freaks with David Arquette. I know it's kind of ironic, though. A guy who can't stand spiders likes Arachnophobia or Eight-Legged Freaks, right? But with this, though, because it's not real, though, but still. But I think that the effects of the spider, which Adam Sandler who names him Hanoush. So the effects of the effects of Hanoush, I thought was really well done, especially the eyes, especially how the eyes of Hanoush's. I thought that also was pretty cool looking, the way his eyes move, or or the eyes are looking at Adam Sandler. And I actually like this character. Hanoush is a character, the spider, which I actually like, And the voice of Hanoush is actually played by Paul Dano. And now Paul Dano, he's been in films. When I first saw him, he was in Cowboys and Aliens. He played Harrison Ford's son, who gets abducted by the aliens. But I remember he's also known for playing the Riddler from the 2022 the Batman. The one starred Robert Pattinson. He played the Riddler. He's been in also quite a bit of stuff. It was like, what was it, The Fabelmans? The Steven Spielberg film, The Fabelmans. And a couple of others, including one called Dumb Money. But I think Paul Dano, he did a good job voicing as of Hanoush the spider, because he's talking a very nice, calm, cool, nice and easy, subtle voice. I was gonna probably say also another word I will say is like, not calm, cool, and collected though, but hey, talking like this, just smooth, I would say. I think that's another word I was trying to say. Nice, calm, cool, and smooth, Hey, skinny human. It's also kind of like the way the voice of how 9000 is, the way he talks, right? But not kind of sounding like a robot type as well. But I thought Paul Dano did a good job voicing him. And also, like I said, skinny human, because that's what he always constantly calls Adam Sandler, skinny human. Now, this is the point where people where you can make your choice. It goes either way. Where number one, you think the Hanoush, the spider, you think that he's type of he's a figment of Adam Sandler's he's a figment of his imagination, considering that he's been up there for so long, and he's like hallucinating. He's hallucinating an image of a giant spider talking to him, or in fact that Hanush is an actual being, the last of his kind, wanting to find someone to talk to, or just making his way, going wherever he wants to, Like I said, it can go either way, but just like given towards the end, well, spoilers though, like towards the ending, right? To me, part of me wants to believe that that Hanush is an actual being, given how the ending was. Part of me believes that that Hanush was an actual being. But like I said, you can leave it up to your imagination. He's actually there, or he's in Adam Sandler's mind. But I really liked the chemistry, just of these two characters bonding with each other, And like he can see into Adam Sandler's mind. We see in flashbacks, with Adam Sandler with his wife. Now, I will say this, though, a nitpick, I will say. Like I said, Adam Sandler, he does a great job. Regardless, showing this guy, like I said, being isolated for so long, and is like, he's on the verge of just losing it, right? You see it on his face, though, right? But when the flashback comes, when we see him with his wife, Carey Mulligan, I think because what it shows in the flashback, he's like acting like pretty much the same. I think they could have showed him. I think Adam Sandler could have done, instead of just being almost sort of like the same, right, when he's with his wife. I think he could have been more like seeing more happy, energetic, being his wife, being loving to his wife, because in the flashback he's kind of like acting the same. I think he could just acted a bit more. From before being in a losing state of mind, he seemed way before that, when he's with his wife, he's happy, and showing more happiness on his face, So I think that's a nitpick. I think when it shows in the flashbacks when he's with his wife, I think it showed a bit more emotion instead of being almost kind of like the same as he is right now in the present. So I think, like I said, it's a nitpick though, but I don't think it doesn't hurt the movie in the slightest for me though. But like I said, I think Adam Sandler, I think he does a really great job regardless though. But like I said, you could just say in the flashbacks, we could just see him acting a bit more happy and such, And when it comes to like going out in space, and when they're out in space, like the visual effects of how the space looks, and it looks really well done when they're when Adam Sandler is in his space suit, and when outside, the whole look of outer space looks pretty well done, like I saw from when I saw from the trailer. And but also the part though, while he's in his mind, seeing all these memories that he has, we get more a bit of stuff back from with Adam Sandler, with his father, he was from the the Communist Party, you can say, and he died back when Adam Sandler's back when he was a kid, and then saying that he kind of with his wife, maybe kind of was being a little bit neglectful towards her, and being more focused on his career, and when she suffered a miscarriage as well. But he was not around to see that though. So maybe given the reason why, maybe she wanted to leave him though. But I still think it was given how he's almost on the verge of losing it. I just still think he could not just wait till he got back, instead of sending the message while he was up there. So, but it also shows like how, you know, he gets, you know, how it shows like with the help of his friend Hanush, you know, kind of like it's a way of showing him his ways and how he deserves a second chance, right? This basically like I said, probably is a show like, maybe you can say like how he's a figment of his imagination, just to, you know, as a figure, you know, to show him his mistakes, you know, showing him the ways, you know, appreciating life better, and give him his second chance, right? But given towards the end, though, spoilers, you know, if everyone doesn't know, when he leaves the ship and they're out there in space together, and the part where getting towards this cloud, that's where Adam Sandler was like doing the studies for. When Hanush dies, because you know he was dying though, and funny that Adam Sandler gives him some Nutella, because when he first met him, that's when he first gave him some Nutella when he first met him, and he liked it. So I'm like, first of all, when did he have time to put that in his suit, you know? And I'm like, it's not a nitpick. I'm just like, when did he first put that in his suit, you know? But that's what he gave him some of that, so because when he first met him, because he liked it. And with it's like with the what part I would say why the music was pretty good in this movie, because given the part where the fact when Hanush dies, with the music going, I thought it was really well done. You know, it was a really good scene. You know, so. And just like how, like, just like before he dies, he tells him he wants to be with his wife, you know, and then Hanush, you know, after that when he dies, which I really come to liking that character. Like I said, you know, that's part of me the reason why. Part of me, I think yes, you think he's hallucinating though, but I think part of me believes that Hanush was an actual figure, and he was actually there. He was a real, you know. That's the part of me what he believed. That's the part of me that believes he was an actual being. But I thought the ending, you know, was very it was a kind of, I would say, a happy ending. You know, after you know, said goodbye to Hanush before he dies, and one thing leads to another. That, you know, he gets picked up by a South Korean ship. And when he comes back, you know, he's on the phone with his wife. Basically saying for a second chance, basically. But it tells, like, you know, how did it go? You know, if you were to basically do it again, would you kiss or would you leave? You know, because remember on that first kiss, you know, the first kiss is like, would you leave or would you kiss me? But I think the last thing it says, you know, that was a good kiss. It's basically, you know, giving him a second chance, basically. And then it ends, Spaceman. So, yeah, but I really enjoy this film. I really do, and I think so far, I think this is as of right now, it's been the best film I've seen this year so far. Adam Sandler, he really did a really great job. Yeah, I would like to see him being more happy and energetic, you know, in the flashbacks, though, because he was kind of acting more of the same when he was, like, basically when he's up in this, when we see him inside in the ship, you know. But other than that, though, I thought Adam Sandler did a really great job. I like seeing more him doing more dramatic stuff. I would like to see him do more movies like this. Oh, that's the other film I mentioned, Hustle. That was also a Netflix, was it a series or a movie? I forget. I think it was a movie, yeah. Hustle. That's another one that I actually liked him in. Forgot about that one. That was also for Netflix too. Hustle. He did a good job in that movie. So he's doing more roles like these. I like to see him instead of doing the same crappy comedies he's doing. You know. Yeah. So it was like Uncut Gems, Hustle. Ring Over Me or Punch Drunk Love in this movie. I like to see him be doing more serious dramatic roles, you know. And he did a really great job in this movie. I'd probably say this is my second best film I've seen him in since Uncut Gems, even though I like Hustle. Yeah, Hustle. I enjoyed him in that movie. I enjoyed him in that. But it was this film, but I like him in since Uncut Gems. Now, Uncut Gems, I still think is his best role he's done yet. Still, but this film he did a really great job. And like I said, the visual effects, whether it's be in space or the production design of the interior of the ship, I think Carey Mulligan was pretty good, and sent with a nice scene with Isabella Rossellini. It's nice to see her again. Paul Dano, I think, did a really great job as the voice of Hanus. He did a really great job, definitely. And the visual effects of the design of Hanus the spider, really well done, especially in the eyes, And it was really good character bonding between Adam Sandler and this spider creature. Like I said, you may think he's probably a figment of his imagination because he's been up there for so long. Maybe think he's starting to lose it though. But part of me actually believes that Hanus was an actual being. Given how the ending was portraying, how he was just giving him some Nutella, before he died, and saying goodbye to him before he passed away. I think believes that he was an actual being. So just how the way that the ending was portraying, and it was very sweet. Just before he passed away, he's saying his goodbyes, and it's basically he gave Adam Sandler hope of a second chance to be with his wife. And with the ending of him on that phone call with her, it was a sweet ending. But having him showing, because of Hanus, showing him the errors of his ways, showing him the way basically, and give him a second chance and just be with his wife again. Yeah, even though the wife, earlier, like so far, it was kind of a dick move, just to leave him while he's up there, knowing that what was probably he could going crazy up there for being by himself for 6 months. Oh, part of me is like another thing. Why is he the only one there for 6 months though, doing this whole mission by himself though? But anyway. But regardless though, Spaceman, the mixed reception it gave, I kind of disagree with that. Yeah, they praise Adam Sandler's performance, which is good though. But for the film itself, I didn't think it didn't deserve that much of a negative feedback. Yeah, I know it's not Uncut Gems level though, but still, I thought it was still a pretty good movie, regardless of that. So yeah, Spaceman, another film this year, I enjoyed. I give it a thumbs up, definitely. I really enjoyed Spaceman. So far, I think it's the best film I've seen this. My favorite so far this year. I wait to see on the rest though, because there's stuff I know there's plenty of films I'm not gonna like this year or so. But yeah, already. So I think this year is sort of kind of a good start. I would say there's quite a few I like this year. At the same time, there's been a couple I didn't like. So going back and forth though. So, but yep. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you check it out. It's on Netflix, so, which I know part of me is not a fan of Netflix though, but still, but there's been quite a few Netflix stuff, like I said, I liked, and like I said, another dramatic, more serious role from Adam Sandler. I also recommend you check out Hustle as well. But yeah, but Spaceman, I really enjoyed it, and Adam Sandler, I just wish he could do more movies like these. Just stretching out his talent, him doing it as a dramatic actor more than just doing the same comedies he's done over and over again. But anyway, that's just me though. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see you next time. Later.